So today was kind of interesting because for the first time, since we've moved here and since the first time that they've actually been doing this, mostly because of COVID, when it was a deal, when it was basically ruining everybody's lives, but even a little before then, but mostly during COVID, I actually got myself delivery of Burger King. And yeah, they got it here to me, and it was good. Nothing wrong with it. It was a triple Whopper, of course, which was good, in medium price and a large drink because of rewards, perks as they call them. But here's what was interesting though. Now I put the order in at 11:27 a.m. Pacific time, and the order did not get to me. It's the legitimate truth, to almost 1. Almost 1 o'clock. I would say maybe give or take about 10 minutes to 1 or something. But it didn't get to me till about that time frame. And what I would do is, because I would keep it on the page, and they would update the page basically every once in a while after the ETA was done. They had an ETA of, okay, how long is it going to take till, one, they get the food ready, and ETA, how long is it going to take till the driver gets, there to pick it up. Well, apparently, the driver, they got there, but they got there basically, I'd have to say almost I wouldn't say 80, but I'd say close to almost 75 minutes later. Yeah. I'll put it that way. A little over an hour later they got there. But yeah, I would say an hour to 75 minutes later after I ordered it. And I understand, that when you order it, it takes time for them to cook it, make it. And then it takes time for them to contact whoever they can get close by to bring it to you. Well, they did all that, but the person that brought it to me came from Patterson. Now, she did apologize for being late, because she was coming from Patterson. Obviously, she had some other orders. But still, it does bring up a problem. A major problem, in my opinion. It does bring up a major problem. As I check something here for a second. Okay. Just checking something. I'm seeing the reflection of the power light on the recording light in the back of one of my on one of my figures that I have hanging behind the camera. But anyway, like I said, this does present a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem. That problem is if it's going to take your delivery person that's coming to pick up the food for your customer that ordered it online. If you know it's going to take them time to come from wherever they're coming from, then why even bother adding it to the options for customers? I get it. I get it. Basically, a lot of us, like myself, don't want to leave the home because, one, it's our day off, and we don't want to go out because for some odd reason, if we go out, time picks up and quickens, and then before you know it, the day's almost over. And in my case, if you have the house to yourself, that allows you to do things like, create content for your YouTube channel. If we go out, it quickens the time, and you lose that time you could have to yourself at the house to do whatever you want to do. Anyway, to get on track here, if you're going to have an issue with that, then maybe you shouldn't have that on your options for people to choose to get their food. When Burger King, when Burger King basically would, what's the one I'm trying to look for? Because I'm doing this unscripted. But when Burger King first instituted this, along with any other fast food place, there were certain places that they did not allow it to be utilized. Here in Newman was one of them. They did not allow that to be utilized here in Newman. They would tell you, because one of the things they would do online is ask for your address. And when you put it in, they would tell you, yes, we deliver, or 2, no, we don't. And here, they didn't. On here, they would usually tell me via computer or my phone that no, they did not deliver to these areas because there was no way around it. Or there was no drivers close by or something. So I figured, okay, that's fine. So my curiosity today got the best of me, and I decided, okay, let's see if they do deliver. And surprise, surprise, they added the delivery option. I just didn't think it was going to take this long to get to me. But again, the lady apologized. She said she was sorry she was late, and she was able to get it to me, all together. But again, like I said, that's a problem. That's a problem right there, because if your closest delivery driver is 20 miles, 15, 20 miles away in another town, another city, and they have to come straight from there to go pick up an item and bring it here, or bring it to the person here in town, then maybe you shouldn't have that option available. Maybe you should wait until somebody, says, hey, I live here in Newman, or I live in Gustine, or I live in Crow's Landing, wherever. I can deliver food for you. Wait till somebody's close by, very close by, in the vicinity, the actual vicinity, to do that. Don't, add an option to where the customer that's expecting the food at the door within a certain time frame has to wait another hour and a half. Okay? Make sure you have all your facts, all your, issues ironed out before you put that in there. Now look, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying it's the lady's fault. Like I said, she apologized. And I do respect the fact that every man and woman that does this, binary, non-binary, whatever, that does this for a living or does this as a secondary job for the income, I have a lot of respect for them, because sometimes they can have to go pick up an item at a restaurant, fast food or not, that's on the other side of town, and that's on one side of town and go to the other side of town to deliver it. I have respect for them doing that. I do. But if I'm a business owner, of a franchise, my own or an established one, and I know that the town I live in, my area where my business is located, the town that it's located in, is not big enough to, handle, having delivery drivers of any kind, work for them, then why would I bother offering it as an option? I should do the smart thing and say, no, it's not available yet, but we're working on it. But again, I will give credit to the lady. She did apologize, and she did go out of her way to make this happen. But if I'm Burger King, or I'm Taco Bell, or if I'm McDonald's, or if I'm, whatever, in a town that's small as this, Newman, California, that's small as this, if I'm somebody that runs that area or has a store or restaurant that's in that vicinity, I don't offer the delivery option yet until I'm absolutely sure that I have drivers in that town that can make it happen. Again, nothing against the lady that did the delivery. She did a great job. Nothing against that. But if I'm Burger King, if I'm McDonald's, if I'm Pizza Hut, if I'm a if I'm a local establishment of any kind, like a Mills in Patterson, or if I'm an IHOP, or if I'm a Denny's or Jack in the Box, and I'm located in a city or a town that's smaller than the one that's only 20 miles away from me, but only slightly, sorry about that. I had to spam call. But anyway, if I'm located in one of those areas, the town I'm at is smaller than the town that's 20 miles away from me, but only slightly, and I do a search, I do a look, and I realize, oh shoot, I don't have many Uber Eats or many DoorDash or Grubhub drivers in this area, then I don't offer that option yet. I wait until I have the drivers close enough to make it happen. That's what I do. Now look, I'm not saying this to complain or anything, because I understand there's issues. There is issues. Like if you are willing to make it happen, then hopefully, you're praying to Almighty God above that your customers understand, hey, it's going to take time for someone to pick up your order because they're coming from one area down the street or down the highway to pick it up for you. So hopefully, if you're an owner or something like that, you're hoping and praying that basically, your customers are understanding, which I am. I am a very understanding customer. But again, we live in a time now where some aren't. Some are not like that, at all. So especially if they live in the same town that I'm working, that I have my business in. So my thing is this, because I know it sounds like I'm rambling, and I do apologize for that. But here's my thing. If I run a Burger King or any other fast food or fast food restaurant or dine-in, dine-out restaurant that offers these delivery options as a way to get the food to the customers, if I'm somebody that runs several of these, again, I do my research. I make sure that I have certain drivers in that area that can get the food to them quick and fast. Or if I don't, then I just apologize and say, look, we cannot offer that just yet, but we're working on it. That's what I would do. But yeah, today was my first real taste. I'm at home, not at my sister's or anything, which I did before because I was local and that was quick. But this is my first real taste at home of doing delivery, from Burger King or any place that's here in Newman. And again, like I said, if I'm somebody that runs a store like that or fast food place like that, and I realize that the closest driver I have is going to come out of Patterson, or even further than that, Modesto, then I don't offer the delivery option until I'm certain I have delivery drivers that represent Uber Eats, DoorDash, or Grubhub right here in my area. And until then, I just apologize for it and say, hey, you can order it online, you just got to come pick it up. That's it. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Have you ever been through this before? Have you dealt with delivery? How long has it taken you to get it? What are your thoughts? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, and I will talk to you later.